Alrighty guys, Chippey12 here, and we're back with the second part of my draft of Milo's Cube. We got some very interesting stuff going on here. I see a Volrath Stronghold, Genesis, Black Vice, Crucible of Worlds, Lava Spike, Hex Parasite, Hero of Oxidridge, Tombstalker, Brimstone Volley, Nickel Boas, Survival of the Fittest, Mog Flunkies, Ink Eyes, Coalition Relic, and Avalanche Raiders. Now there's some great stuff in here, and it's going to be a really tough choice. Um, yeah, so we got nothing that's going to come back from that, like a squee or anything. And we're not as heavily in green, although Survival of the Fittest is a very good card. I don't know that we're going to need to be finding anything specific with it, unless we want to find some kind of finisher we'll pick up later. Crucible of Worlds would be interesting interaction with a Zuran Orb, and in case we get a, what's it called? Armageddon later and destroy all their lands, that would be fun too. Or if we can get a Johnny Vengeant and do it that way. Black Vice is a very good card as well because it deals damage to them and forces them to play cards. Especially if we can get it in early on, and it'll help with our aggressive strategy. We've also got some great creatures here. Hero of Oxidridge is awesome. We got Avalanche Riders. This can just get all our guys through, basically. This will destroy any of their lands they need to play, shut them down. So we got a lot of options here, and it's a really tough choice. Hopefully we'll get some of them back. With Hero of Oxidridge, it'll let our small guys through without them being able to block. And it'll pump all of our guys, which is great. Although Black Vice is probably better because it'll work in any deck and it'll deal them damage for an aggro deck. Crucible of Worlds is just always awesome, especially with the Zuran Orb. Oh. If we get in a tight spot, well, I'm going to say it's Black Vice here just because it works very well with our deck so far, and it'll work even if we go another way. It was a really tough pull there. Blood Crypt, Trigon Predator, Sylvan Library is always amazing. Silverblade Paladin, Mayor of Averbrook, Maloku, Rishadan Port, Demon Fire. I don't know what this one does exactly. Put into graveyard this turn, remove it from the game instead if you have no cards in hand. Can't be countered, and damage can't be prevented. That's awesome. Karn Liberated is ridiculous. Shriek Maw, Torch Fiend, Legion Loyalist, Miran Crusader is also amazing. Who would pass Karn? Someone who plays smarter, I guess. So we got Sylvan Library here. We're not going as heavily in green, though, so far. Maloku is a great finisher just to bring back all our lands and bring in a bunch of 1/1s. We don't even have to worry about not having much land because we're playing more aggressively. So that could get us all the creatures we need to finish them off, and they're flying. So I feel like that might be the pull here. Miran Crusader is a great guy to get through with, as well as the Silverblade Paladin. And the Legion Loyalist is a great aggressive card, and Torch Fiend can destroy any swords they might have. I'm going to go with Maloku here, though, just because he can be a great finisher for us. We got Wrath of God, Sphere of the Sun's Land Tax, a Tarmogoyf, Basking Rootwalla, Sakashima's Student, Faithless Looting, Lightning Greaves, Nantuko Vigilante, Bone Splitter, Hellrider, Maze of Ith, and Flicker Wisp. Maze of Ith isn't something we want to play, although I love it. Just because we have plenty of stuff we can block with, a lot of chump blockers we can use, and we're going to want to be attacking more throughout than them coming at us. So we'll probably be done by the time they get anything we really have to deal with. That's the plan, at least. Hellrider's a great guy to play in an aggressive deck. because each of your creatures deals 1 damage to the defending player. Then you got a Tarmogoyf up here, which is ridiculous. But I think Hellrider is just going to really work well, especially if you play with an aggressive deck. It can pretty much finish them off in 1 turn if we can get it to work right. So I think I'm going to go with the Hellrider. Figure Destiny's great for an aggressive deck. Fire Blast, Chrome Mox. We got Diregraph Ghoul, Mana War, Savannah. Unexpectedly Absent, Repulse, Vivid Crag, Mesmeric Fiend, Faith's Fetters, and Journey of Nowhere. Some good removal here. But Figure of Destiny is a great red or white aggressive guy. We're going to need to look for some mana fixing here later too. We've got the Savannah. How much of the 1-drops do we have, though? Not enough yet. So I feel like we're going to have to go with the Figure of Destiny. Boggart Ramgang is awesome. Imposing Sovereign's amazing. That would be so fun to play in this deck. Hinterland Harbor, Fast Bond, Cloistered Youth, Dottie Marauder, Boggart Ramgang, obviously. Godless Shine, Bloodbraid Elf is very fun. Chroma's Vengeance, Electrolyze, I don't know what this does. Sapperling Burst. We have a Fade Cutter. Green Sapperling creature. Equal to the number of Fade counters on that. Interesting. Shoyal tokens. Okay. I think Imposing Sovereign would be just so fun to play and just to shut them down. So I'm going to go with that. Chandra Pyromancer Master, sorry. Clifftop Retreat would be good for our color fixing, especially because red and white are some of our main colors if we need either of those and we're not getting them. Llanowar Elves, Cryptic Command, Exclude. I feel like we're not going the control deck as much anymore. I think we're pretty much strictly aggro now. I think we need the mana fixing. Damage target creature, player, and 1 damage to 1 creature they control. Chandra's great too, but I think we need to get the start that's going to give us the win. But that's not even a shock land, it's just going to come in tapped if we play it turn 1. But if we don't have the white or red we need and we have the other color, we're not going to do too well either. Land is really what builds our deck, so I think we're going to need to take that. Hellspark Elemental is a great aggressive creature. Entomb, if we were going the Reanimator, which we're not. Shardless Agent, Dottie Horror, Kasali Pride Mage, Fire Imp. That's fun. Spirit Monger, Izzet Charm, and a Necrotal. Hellspark Elemental I think is a pull here just because it can get a lot of damage through right when it comes in and we can bring it back. Mirari's Wake, well that's fun. Sun Petal Grove, Lotlet the Troll, Vexing Devil, Fettergeist, Jilt, Dark Ritual, and Olivia Voldaren. Mirari's Wake is amazing, especially if we are going to be playing a lot of small guys and we can pump them all and also get enough mana to play basically anything we have. I think I'm going to take that just because it's so fun. And we got Ink Eyes again. We're not going black though anymore. Avalanche Riders and Hero of Oxenbridge came back, and a Lava Spike, which is amazing. Mog Flunkies, Hex Parasite, and Tomb Stalker. So I'm probably looking at between these 3 up here, the Lava Spike Hero and the Avalanche Riders. These are both awesome creatures which are going to work really well in an aggressive deck. They're both 4-costed. This one they both have haste. This one will deal more damage and pump all our guys, so I feel like I'd take him over the Avalanche Rider, even though that can shut them down by destroying one of their lands. This guy will make us win faster, this will slow them down, and I feel like we'd be going this way more in our deck. Lava Spike is also great. We've got a whole bunch of direct damage already that can deal it to their face, so I'm going to go with the Hero of Oxid Ridge. Running out of time here, I gotta hurry this up. Torch Fiend, we got Rashadan Port. Could be fun just to shut them down. But it's also colorless mana, which we aren't always able to deal with. Demon Fire. Yeah, why not? I mean, we could deal however much mana we have to their face. Yeah, that seems pretty sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Demon Fire. We got Lightning Greaves, Nantuko Vigilante, Faithless Looting, Sakashima Student, and Bone Splitter. It comes in as a creature of any creature, copy of any creature on the battlefield except it's still a ninja. And we got a Bone Splitter, which is just going to pump up one of our creatures even bigger very early. I feel like Bone Splitter is just too good if we can get it in turn 2 and equip it. Vivid Craig's Savannah came back, unexpectedly absent. I think we're going to go with the color fixing. Fast Bond. Or is it East Bond? I don't even know. Lands to play as you want. Wow, that's interesting text. Deals 1 damage to you for every land you play. Okay. Interesting. Not sure if we're going to need anything like that. Cloistered Youth, Chroma's Vengeance to wipe the board if we need to. I need to hurry this up, though. Fast Bond wouldn't really fit into our deck very well. I'm going to go with the Cloistered Youth. Then the Blink Moth Nexus and a Daddy Horror. Alright, now we need to build quickly. And there's someone revving up their car outside. So we've got some pretty sweet stuff. This is all awesome. Got the Gilded Drake and what's the other one we got? Sneak Attack. We're probably not playing the Terminate. Cloistered Youth. Actually, we probably won't play the Cloistered Youth either. Just looking at some stuff, we'll probably play Zozu, Vendilion Click, maybe. We might not end up playing blue. And Xenagos. We got Jace. Hellrider, definitely. All this stuff is awesome. Maloku, I don't know if I'll just throw that in for now. We have so much to cut, so I'm just going to go through this quickly because I only have 3 minutes. Dude, is it worth it to play blue is the question. I feel like that's a no, so I'm just going to go ahead and take out all the blue here. We need to stick to the least colors possible, even though it would have been awesome to have the old Gilded Drake and Sneak Attack. I don't even feel like splashing for that because we don't even have any dual lands which should work that way. Here, I'm not the biggest fan of Jackal Pup, but we need the early creatures. I don't know that Berserker is actually going to help us all that much because doubling a creature's power and giving it trample and then having it die I don't think is going to be worth it in this deck because we have a bunch of smaller creatures. Yeah, definitely Figure Destiny and Bone Splitter and Black Vice. I think we keep all that's here, maybe get rid of the Mother of Runes because it doesn't fit into our deck as well. We got Incinerate we're keeping, and Young Pyromancer, Flame Rift, Magma Jet, Imposing Sovereign. I want to keep all that there too. Oh, we're already down to 29. We don't have all that much to cut left. Oh, the Geist will have to go away if we're not playing blue as well. The Reckoner is great. Zozu and Sulfuric Vortex. This is ridiculous. These are both staying, and probably the Nev's Disc, just in case. I don't know that Xenagos is going to work as well in the deck. There's not much we can get in with Sneak Attack, other than, say, the Zealous Conscripts or Thundermaw Hellkite. So I don't think that's going to be as important to play on turn 4. Demon Fire is awesome. I'm just going to go ahead and take out the Sneak Attack, unfortunately, and that. And then we got 2 more to cut because we want to go 24-16 if we're going really aggressive deck. I can probably cut some of our direct damage. I'll cut that. We got 1 more cut to make. And got a little bit of green in here still. Got a really nice deck here already. So I'm going to go ahead and bring these in. We'll cut something. I don't have time to figure it out, but we add the appropriate land, and that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and keep watching for Magic videos.